Let's talk about the pros of knowing music theory versus the cons of not knowing music theory. Let's start with the pros first. Song structure, chord progressions, the ability to compose music from scratch, less beat blocks, the ability to hear, recognize, and play your favorite melody. I mean, think about that. Instead of hearing something and wanting to sample it, how about hearing something and wanting to play it? That's something that you're fully capable of with music theory. Copyright infringements and legal dispute, copyright strikes, cost of sample clearance, creativity limitation, unwanted reputation as a music producer. I mean, think about it. No music professional wants to hire a producer who mainly uses loops, MIDI files, or samples. If that's the core of your production, then you definitely should turn to music theory. Unlock your full potential. Equip yourself with the knowledge of music theory.
Join the community, feel the magic in the air. Cleva Don's Music Theory, beyond compare.
All right, so a little bit about myself. My name is Cleva Don. I've been producing for maybe a little bit over 20 years, I would say. By day, I'm a business analyst. By night, I'm a music producer / music theory coach. I really have tremendous passion for music. I've never been the type of producer that was about fame or doing it just for the money. Of course, we want the money, right? But I never was doing it for the money. The people that I worked with in my past, they can vouch for that. Trust me, they can vouch. I knew I wanted to grow. I always knew that I was a producer first, but I used to use a lot of samples and a lot of loops, even MIDI files from time to time. And I didn't like that. Not to say that it's wrong if you do, but from the point of view of a musician, right? There's just a whole lot of things that you are missing in regards to the due diligence that you have to put in as a musician. A lot of that due diligence is training and practice. And so that's my agenda here. That's my space. What I really want to do is push the idea that, hey, you're probably not growing in the direction that you want to grow because you're missing the one key element, which is music theory. Mastering the basics is very important because you need to develop good muscle memory. You need to develop a good working habit. And all of these things contribute to developing dexterity in your hands, which you're going to need. One of the most important things you can do is learn an exercise called Hannon. It's going to build the muscle memory, and before you know it, you'll be able to naturally, have a better feel and grasp of where the keys are on your keyboard. You'll be able to hear different octaves and different pitches. All of this ties into this one wonderful exercise. This is HoffmansAcademy.com, and they have an article in regards to Hannon. So let's read just a little bit. Are Hannon exercises useful? What are the benefits of Hannon exercises? Are Hannon exercises useful? The answer is yes. Hannon exercises are useful in many ways. They are excellent daily warm-ups. They strengthen and coordinate the muscles of the fingers and the wrist. I'm not going to read all of these. You can easily pause and read, but I'm going to call out a couple of these bulletin points. So strength. Through repetition and a correct approach, the fingers will learn to play patterns that strengthen the muscle of each finger and therefore improve finger independence. In other words, that's called muscle memory. That's building your muscle memory. If you don't know a lot about muscle memory, I would highly recommend you to look that up. Do a little research. It'll be worth your while. It's amazing how muscle memory works, and it's true. It's not a fairy tale. I promise you. All you have to do is just commit yourself to proper exercise and training, and you'll see for yourself. When you practice or when you incorporate an exercise like this, and most musicians, there's different levels of Hannon exercises. But most musicians, before they even play their piece, before they perform, they will practice using the Hannon exercise to warm up, to get ready and prepare themselves to play. So you got to understand that this requires you, I'm not going to say daily, but you must understand that if you're going to commit to this, then surely you can set aside 5 to 10 minutes a day. All right. And you can contribute that to handing alone if you want to, because handing is something that you're going to practice over and over and over pretty much for the rest of your life. Even if you become, a great pianist, you're still going to incorporate this as in your warm-ups. So on your musical journey, you want to have it rolled out, and you want to, commit yourself step by step or in increments. Accomplish this and then move to the next thing. The first thing that I'm going to highly recommend is handing exercises. Okay, we'll be in the key of C major. This is really the simplest level of handing. And so we're in C major, and there's all white keys, so this should be kind of easy. We don't want to make this difficult. We just want to make this as simple as possible, because even though this is going to be really simple, it's going to be really effective. So this is something you want to learn. So here we go. We're in C major, and we're starting on the first key, which is the root key. Of course, that's C. I'm playing it with my pinky, and I want you to take notice of the next key, which is D. And it's going to be a space there, right? So when you're playing this handing exercise, you always want to start at the root and skip the next key over. In this case, it'll be D. And then your other fingers will just follow along one by one, all the way till you get to the thumb. And then again, when you get back to your pinky, then you're going to skip the next key over. In this case, you're going to skip E, right? Okay. This is all right. Real quick, I'm going only one octave, so I'm going from C to C. And when I get to C, the next C up. Let me see. Hold on. On the ring finger. So I stop on a ring finger, because now I'm switching directions. At first I was going up. I was going from C up to the higher C. And then once my thumb got to C and on the way back down, I stopped with my ring finger. And now I'm going to start back with my thumb and go back down the other way. Okay. Now, when you're going back down the other way, you have to skip the next note over, just like you did coming up. So I'm going to skip B in this case, and the next key that I'm going to play is A. Did anybody catch that? So what happened was I just accidentally messed up. I played 2 notes. I want to call this out real quick. It's real key that you understand that when you're practicing or performing or playing any type of piece, don't ever stop. Even if you mess up, just keep going forward like I did there. And I want to, for you to kind of embed that in your practicing. So you'll understand that just like I did there, even when you mess up, you just keep going. Okay, here's regular speed. Okay, so here we are. We're going to do the right hand now. You must practice both hands independently, and ultimately both hands. So with your right hand, I'm pointing out that we're going to start at this, the middle C, then we're going to go up 1 octave to the next C, right there. Okay, starting with the thumb, you're going to skip D, remember? Skip D, just like you did with the left hand. Okay, I'm going to stop at C, because what I want to call out real quick is when I get to my index finger, I'm going to go in reverse. So I'm going to go back down the other way to the middle C again. And the index finger is where you stop and then you reverse. And so I'll show you. I'm going to stop here and then I'm going to start back with my pinky finger on the C. Yep. Then I'm going to skip B. And stop it at middle C. This is regular speed. Okay, and here go both hands. So have fun, enjoy, and drill this as much as you possibly can. Okay, so this will be the 6-7-1 chord progression. The 6-7-1 chord progression, or any other progression, is really simple in its simplest form. And so what I want to show you today is I want to show you how to identify and listen for the change or the direction in music. So right now we're starting in the key of F. Okay. Now, okay, so this is a 6-7-1 in its simplest form. All I'm doing is just playing the D flat, the E flat, and the F chord. The F note in the simplest form. And I'll show you this a couple of times over, but each time I'll show you how to play the 6-7-1 in different variations. So this is the simplest form. Right? Just going up and down. 6-7-1, 1-7-6. That's all. Okay, now I'm going to play the same thing. Sorry, I'm going to play the same thing, but now I'm playing just the octaves. Okay? And that's it. All right, 6-7-6. Okay, now I'm adding, I'm playing the octaves and adding a fifth. So just to show you different variations of the 6-7-1, you start out simple, then you can add, octaves, and then you can add an octave plus a fifth, and it gives it more richer sound. Okay. Now, in my right hand, I'm going to play the F minor chord, the E flat major chord, and the A flat major chord. In my left hand, I'm going to play exactly what you just heard, which is going to be the octaves with the fifth. You hear that? That makes a big difference. That adds a lot of richness to it and a lot of flavor. So I'm showing you something, how you can build layers upon any progression, chord progression. Okay, that right there, that was me in the A flat just playing a broken up chord. That's all that was. And again, 6-7-1 progression is giving it more flavor, and it's not sounding as simple as it did when I first played, just the E flat and the A major chord. I'm sorry, the E flat and the D flat and the F chord. See, 6-7-1, 1-7-6. That's all I'm doing, going up, then I'm going back down. that's me arpeggiating the chords. And that gives it a different texture, right? Just arpeggiating. And then I moved up, and then I played the same F minor. I just played it in a higher octave, or a higher pitch, I should say. And then that was a blues riff and the F minor blues scale. All right, that was the 671 chord progression. I hope this was useful to you. Maybe this is something that will help you in your musical journey.
ClevaDon.com.